Good evening, everyone. I'm Mel Jones, and with me in the commentary box is English superstar Ali Mitchell.
Hi Mel, looking forward to this one. It should be a cracking game. So, I've been considering what the captains might decide at the toss, taking into account the weather and the pitch. And looking at the pitch, well, it's been prepared well for these players to show their skills. Personally, it might just favour having a bowl first up though. Weather-wise, absolutely perfect conditions, not a cloud in the sky.
Nice information there from Ali Mitchell. I think the captains are ready for the toss. Let's join them in the middle.
The pitch seems to suit it. Good call to bowl first. It certainly looks like there'll be something early on for the bowlers. The openers will really need to keep things tight in the early overs. Mooney will want to get off to a good start and will take on the new ball, it seems. Devine at 2 today will be up the non-striker's end to start things off. They'll look for a big opening stand.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
A bit of a change-up in the field now. 4 runs. They were so still at the crease, just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
Finds the middle, won't find the boundary. Tucked nicely away off the pads, they'll push hard between the wickets. This could be close. Caught, one of the easiest catches you'll see.
Gardner in the middle will want to get the feet moving from the get-go.
As they get ready to face their first ball, early on you want to get the batter coming forward and getting them to play away from the body before they get themselves settled. There'll be runs here. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Finds the edge. Time to follow up such a great delivery. Pitching on a length is obviously the way to go.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield. End of the over, 5 off it. Gujarat, a 5 for 1.
First over gone, and a respectable start by the batters.
Call coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. That's too full, nice shot, could be 4.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Superb fielding, full stretch to stop the boundary. Confident appeal.
Nice bowling.
Power and precision in that shot.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
We want to make use of the extra delivery.
Yep.
Really good running and they keep the scoreboard ticking over. Wow, that's missed the lot. End of the over. 15 runs coming from it. Gujarat are 20 for 1.
Off to a strong start. 2 excellent overs to begin with. First ball for the batter, coming in.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Shot. Should be runs. Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Nice shot. There'll be runs here. They'll get at least 1. The ball is returned out there from the deep.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field. At the end of the over, Gujarat are 30 for 1.
It's a strong combination at the top of the order, and they're showing why so far.
Change in the bowling. Mumbai switching it up with some pace. Carey comes into the attack. There could be a couple if they hustle.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Yes.
Collects that one simple as you like inside the ring. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but with no reward, putting plenty of pressure on the batter.
Ooh, well bowled.
Huge appeal.
Ooh, nice bowling.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Huge! That's flown!
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Finds the middle, won't find the boundary.
End of the over. The batting team are now 42.
Going with pace now.
Right armour is coming into the attack.
Solid shot, going for 4.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches it to the boundary.
Chance to run 2. Finds the fielder with that shot. straight to the fielder.
Yes.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection. How will the bowler respond?
Great shot, at least one on offer. End of the over. Core has really struggled to put any pressure on the batters so far.
Batters are set and they're maintaining their excellent start so far.
Taken the edge. Time to put the squeeze on now. Found the edge the last ball. Just need to keep hitting that same spot again. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Those runs, and that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
Can't afford to go too full again. It helps to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Nicely played. Power and precision in that shot.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Nice shot. There'll be runs here. There'll be runs here. Doesn't beat the infield. A free scoring over for the batting side, taking advantage of some rather average bowling. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
That's right out of the meat of the bat. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. Might look to go big again here.
No point chasing that one, it's racing to the boundary.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary. Will it be 3 boundaries in a row?
Great shot, but not going to beat the fielder.
Yep.
Drilled, but straight to the fielder. This could be trouble! Down, dropped. What will that do to this game? End of the over, 9 off it. Gujarat, a 68 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Kerr, the spinner, coming into the attack. Tucked nicely away off the pads. They'll push hard between the wickets. Great catch.
Wareham, the new batter in the middle, right-hander, will want a solid start to their innings.
Finds the middle, won't find the boundary. Brilliant stop. That looked like it was headed for the boundary rope. Pushing hard for the first means an easy second run. Good running. Shot. Should be runs. Onto that so early, almost on the up, and they might get 4.
Sloppy signs there. Mumbai will need to be better than that in the field. Needless overthrow for 4. Can she come back with a dot ball?
Beats the fielder at cover. Nice shot. Good work there on the boundary. Caught! One of the easiest catches you'll see.
Sodhi out in the middle. Lovely player to watch once in, and looks quite relaxed too.
They'll get at least 1. There'll be runs here. Couldn't get it through the field.
Yep.
End of the 9th over. Gujarat are now on 17.
Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs.
Yes.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. Shot! Punched into the gap, and that's racing away. That's the over. Gujarat are 84 for 3.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
That's a solid shot. Nice shot. There'll be runs here. Power and precision in that shot. Drilled, but straight to the fielder. Gone! Caught!
The right-hander, new batter out in the middle, are ready to face up.
Shot. Should be runs. There could be a couple if they hustle. Well-directed throwback.
End of the 11th over. The batting team are now on 88 for 4.
And gone. Straight to the keeper.
Ahuja coming in, middle order batter. Fine looking left-hander as well. She can play shots all around the ground.
Yes.
No pressure on that run. Nicely played. Drills that one. What a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. Strong throw back in from the fielder out there.
Yep. Yep.
End of the over. Gujarat are now on 92 for 5.
Going with spin now.
Captain is going with the spinner.
Knocks them over. First ball of the over.
The right-hander out in the middle and just about ready to go.
There'll be runs here. Quick onto that in the infield.
Yes.
Big appeal. Amazing reflexes, and that's stuck. Amazing grab. Out. Straight through to the wicketkeeper for a simple take.
Left-hander out in the middle, almost ready to face their first ball. She's got her tail up.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
End of the 13th over.
Ers on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away. How will she reply?
Shot! Punched into the gap, and that's racing away. They'll get at least one. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yeah. Yes.
Into the gap, and it's an easy single there. Shot. Should be runs. Finds the middle, won't find the boundary. Nice shot. There'll be runs here. That's a solid shot. Finds the fielder with that shot. That's too easy to pick up a single. Nicely played.
Bonus runs here, 4 of them. The fielder probably thinking of keeping the batters honest, but it's only succeeded in frustrating the bowler. How will the bowler respond?
Drills that one. Edged! Amazing delivery. That's gone. Fine catch by the wicketkeeper. That's gone. Nice, simple catch. They don't drop those.
Gaikwad, the tail ender at the crease. May not take long before having a swing.
That's right out of the meat of the bat.
End of the 15th over. Gujarat are now 106.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yes.
Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but with no reward, putting plenty of pressure on the batter. Onto that so early, almost on the up, and they might get 4. Big throw in, and it's on target.
Yep.
End of the 16th over. The batter-
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection. Might look to go big again here.
Ooh, nice bowling.
Big shout! That smacked the pads.
Thakur, the right-handed batter out in the middle, doing some quick final checks.
As they get ready to face their first ball, early on you want to get the batter coming forward and getting them to play away from the body before they get themselves settled. Singh, taking guard, has been playing well in recent matches. They'll be eager to get bat on ball and bring their A game for this innings.
Ooh.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
Helped on its way, racing down to the vacant fine leg boundary. Maybe picking it up off the rope. Magical shot. Return from out on the boundary. Good fielding.
Yes.
End of the 17th over.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
For 9.
Ismail has the ball again. Drives it, complete miss. Great shot, at least one on offer. Hit that hard and fast. Great shot, but not going to beat the fielder. Beautiful catch. I think the batters are going to be pretty confident coming out to bat. It's a small total to chase down, and this should be comfortable. The bowlers are going to have to be switched on from ball one.
Matthews in the middle want to get the feet moving from the get-go. Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Shot. Should be runs.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps.
Power and precision in that shot.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved. Can she come back with a dot ball?
Solid shot, going for four.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary. Needs a dot ball.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Four runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
Misses everything. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive one.
One gone and an excellent start to this power play. First ball for the batter, coming in.
Finds the middle, won't find the boundary.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Tucked nicely away off the pads, they'll push hard between the wickets.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment. Onto that so early, almost on the up, and they might get four.
Well, the delivery was poor. Still needed to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
On that nicely, good defence. Dug that out well. At the end of the over, Mumbai are 24 for none.
With 2 overs completed in the power play and at 12 plus and over, they're just ahead of the required run rate. Superb start.
Shot! Punched into the gap, and that's racing away. That's a solid shot. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
They'll get at least one. Cuts that off well in the field. That's the over, and a poor one at that. Nothing really can say to soften the blow when you leak runs like that.
So at the midpoint of the power play, they're going at an excellent rate, just ahead of the required rate so far.
Shot. Should be runs.
Ooh, beautiful.
Good shot. A beauty.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Nice shot. There'll be runs here. Brilliant. That'll take some chasing down.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Getting right in and behind it. Nice solid defence. That was just a poor over. Gave away far too many runs. If this continues, there's only one way this is going.
4 overs down, and the captain won't be too happy with their bowlers so far. It might just be time to mix things up a bit. Maybe bring on a 4th or 5th change just to try something different and hope their fortunes turn around.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a good length. Too short and you'll get punished on this pitch. Poor shot. Really lucky.
Keep it up. Ooh, beautiful.
Confident appeal. Could it be? Oh, that's close. Chance of losing a review here. I'm not sure what chance they have of overturning the decision.
Height shouldn't be an issue. It's impacted in line too.
The umpire vindicated on that last delivery. It's a review wasted.
Harmon, the new batter, right-hander, will look to settle in quickly. She's got her tail up.
Gorgeous cover drive. Nothing stopping that.
Well, that was a big shot. Finds room and smacks it just short of the rope. How will she reply?
Brilliant shot. That's for the crowd. Wareham getting a wicket in that over. Really great bowling. There wasn't much on offer for the batters.
Well, the run rate is soaring at the moment. They're well ahead of the required rate. Sublime stuff.
Ooh, nice.
Wicket! Knocks back the stumps. Just stunning bowling.
Right-hander out in the middle, doing a little bit of last-minute gardening.
Precision. Great shot that.
That's the start you want. Awesome shot, and it's flown over the boundary. 6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
That's off the middle of the bat.
Follows up the first 6 with an even better strike. Impressive hitting display at the moment.
Beautiful.
On that nicely. Good defence. Another poor over completed. The batters are starting to have a field day, and the momentum is all in one direction.
The bowlers copped a bit of stick in that power play. The fielders go out now, and they'll need to mix it up a fair bit with their deliveries and see if they can slow the batters down. Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Ooh, nice.
They're confident.
Beautiful.
Onto that so early. Almost on the up, and they might get 4. Drills that one.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
That's a solid shot. Finds the middle, won't find the boundary. End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. Mumbai are 82 for 2.
You wouldn't have thought the power play was over by the way the batters have kept going on with it. They're well above the required rate.
Dug that out well.
Oh, nice.
That's going a long way back. Almost effortless batting.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary. How will the bowler respond?
Too good. That is huge.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary. Consecutive 6s. Bowler needs to hit the mark.
Beautiful.
Getting right in and behind it. Nice solid defence. 12 runs added there. Mumbai are 94 for 2.
The batters have left a clutch of 4s and 6s in the scorecard. They're powering this team to victory.
Interesting decision to change the bowling. Found the going tough earlier with the ball. A huge challenge with how well these two are scoring. Good shot, a beauty.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next delivery right. Drilled, but straight to the fielder. Brilliant catch! Diving away. That's an absolute beauty.
Core, the right-handed batter out in the middle, doing some quick final checks.
Huge! That's flown!
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, beautiful.
Wow, that's missed the lot. End of a disappointing over. Gardner has to be asking what is going wrong, not what is expected from a key bowler.
It's been non-stop action tonight. Every plan for the batters has been dismantled with almost a level of disdain.
Couldn't have played that any better.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, these are crucial deliveries. 12 from 2 balls, and maybe there's a bit of a momentum shift. Might look to go big again here.
Ooh, beautiful.
Digs out the Yorker.
Ooh, nice.
That's right out of the meat of the bat. A free-scoring over for the batting side, taking advantage of some rather average bowling.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Pure class, right out of the meat of the bat. That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you've enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.